Let's get you the latest from Telangana. The snooping probe has widened with the businessman complaint against the ex-DCP. The victim, Sharan Chaudhary, has said in his complaint that Radhakrishnan Rao, the then Central Crime Station ACP Uma Maheshwara Rao, forced him. They kidnapped him, took him and asked him for money. They asked him for 50 lakh rupees is what is being claimed. And of course, he went on to complain against them. But Uma Maheshwar Rao sent police in order to make sure that he couldn't file those complaints against the police, and of course alleging that the hand of a BRS minister was also involved in this. So we have Uma joining us to get us more on this. Uma, there's just so much coming out of that closet, many skeletons that are coming out. Take us through the latest.
So yet another complaint that the Chief Minister has received directly is what we are being told. Sharan Chaudhary, who is a businessman and is said to be also a BJP functionary, he is in fact complained to the Chief Minister saying that he was kidnapped a couple of years ago is what he is mentioning, and he is mentioning that at that time he alleges that the then Minister Yerrapalli Prabhakhar Rao had, he says it was his hand in the kidnap, so to speak, and that he was confined for 2 days by the policemen who were in civil clothes, and they had forced him to write some land property documents in the name of a relative of the minister, and that he was also forced to pay up 50 lakh rupees. He said he had sought to get relief by going to the High Court at that time, filing a plea in the High Court, but even after that some policemen were sent to his home, and he says that Uma Maheshwar Rao, who was then the ACP, had in fact threatened him, saying that some false cases of having illegally taken deposits from several people would be filed against him, and it was under that threat that he had subsequently withdrawn the complaint. So what we are really seeing is a web of what is seeming to be a lot of illegalities that have taken place. On the one hand, we are talking about the phone tapping case, about which incidentally I must say that it is not something that came to light just on December 4 when the DSP who has now been arrested, Praneeth Rao, is said to have destroyed 42 hard disks that had all of incriminating evidence of the phone tapping and all the data, electronic and physical documents of tapping of lakhs of phones. And what we are being told is that not just politicians, businessmen, including real estate and jewelry jewelry businessmen, as well as celebrities and also journalists were being tapped. That is on one side. On the other side, there's land grabbing cases that I must point out. One is against this minister now. Earlier we saw another land grabbing case filed against Rajya Sabha MP, Mr. Santosh, who is a close associate of the former Chief Minister KCR and also happens to be his nephew. There is another case filed against another nephew called Kannar Rao, saying that all these were land grab cases. So there is a web of cases that seem to be getting filed, which are now coming to light. Now of course they need to be investigated and proved in court that they are cases of land grabbing, but several of them that seem to in a sense leave the former Chief Minister's family in the dock, because at a time when Kavita has been arrested and they are none of the family in fact is contesting the parliament elections at this time, several of these cases that are coming up, including the phone tapping case, that seems to be pointing fingers towards the top leadership of the BRS, because there were political tappings that happened, and many businessmen are now coming out saying that there was blackmail, and there is even a report saying that a Tollywood couple may have actually separated in divorce because of the kind of phone tapping explosive material that had been put out at that time or had come into the hands of wrong people. Back to you.
Right. Uma, also what we're hearing is, according to sources, that even Revant Reddy's phone was tapped by the same source.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the entire thing was about targeting the opposition party leaders, and at that time, of course, and he continues to be the Congress party TPCC chief here, Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee chief here, and at the time that he was the TPCC chief is when we are being told that one more technical consultant to the Special Intelligence Branch called Ravi Pal. This is what we are being told, that he had actually imported equipment in the guise of a software firm, that central government permissions were not sought for getting this very high-tech equipment, which we are being told was actually installed within a very short distance of the residence of the present Chief Minister and former TPCC. I mean, he is not former, but at that time he was TPCC chief when this happened, that his whatever conversations were being had inside his home were actually being listened into by these sleuths who were snooping around, trying to find out the political intelligence there. So now they are saying that this person, Ravi Paul, is someone who is a key person, a technical expert who had set up office very near the premises of Mr. Revanth Reddy, and he is also likely to be questioned. This at a time when already we are talking about the former SIB chief Prabhakhar Rao and also Radhakishan Rao and TV channel head of a Telugu channel, iNews, Shravan Rao. All of them lookout notices have been issued and they are said to be abroad, and in fact Prabhakhar Rao is said to have passed on word to some of his colleagues, former colleagues, saying that he is in fact undergoing treatment, medical treatment in the US. Back to you.